Break your no contact rule only if this happens. Look, I don't care how badly you miss her, how many nights you've replayed the relationship, or how convinced you are that she's the one. If you break your no contact rule too soon, you will ruin your chances with her. But there's one exception, one rare, powerful sign. And if you see this sign, it's your time to strike. I'll explain it in this video. Jessica OS here, welcome to the channel. So allow me to break down the one moment where it actually makes sense, strategically and emotionally, to break the no contact rule. I'll show you how to recognize it, why most men get it wrong, and what to do instead if you want to reclaim your power and maybe even get her back. Let's get into it. The no contact rule, why it's so effective. So the no contact rule is not about being petty. It's not a revenge tactic. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about reclaiming your power when someone you loved pulled the rug from under you. When you go no contact, you're not punishing her, okay? You're protecting yourself. You're giving yourself space to detox from the emotional chaos and mixed signals and the mental loop that keeps you up at night wondering, where did I go wrong? Let me put it this way. Every time you reach out, respond to her breadcrumb texts, or check her stories hoping to get a sign, you reinforce your lower position in her mind. You're still the guy chasing, still hoping, still available. And remember, women don't value what's too easily available. So I had a client, let's call him Chris, right? He went no contact for 10 days after a brutal breakup. On day 11, she posted an old couple photo on her story. No caption, no context, just vibes, right? He took the bait. Guess what? He messaged her and was like, well, I saw your post. Do you want to talk? And guess what she did? She left him on red. You know what that was? A trap, a breadcrumb to see if he was still watching. And guess what? He was. She didn't want to get back together. She just wanted to know if she still had power over him. No contact isn't a pause button. It's a reset button. Remember this. It tells her you no longer have guaranteed access to me. If you want back in, you're going to have to earn it. And when you do get it right, it forces her to ask herself, did I lose something valuable? That question, not your text, is what actually makes her reconsider. Because let's be real, nothing screams desperation louder than texting, just checking in, when she's out in the streets acting like the breakup never fazed her. So ask yourself this, is your silence building your value, or is your communication reinforcing your low position? If it's the latter, you're not doing no contact, you're doing half contact. And that gets you nothing but confusion and emotional whiplash. So we're clear. Unless she comes correct with real accountability, you say nothing. That is your power. That is your position. Part 2. The only reason to break no contact. Let's get something straight. 99% of the time, breaking no contact is a mistake. You don't text because you're lonely. You don't check in because it's her birthday. You don't just see how she's doing because you saw her post a cryptic quote on social media. That's bait, and you're not fish. But there's one time, and one time only, when you should seriously reconsider breaking your silence. And that's when she reaches out with emotional accountability. Let me show you the difference. So the wrong type of message you receive from her will sound something like this. Hey stranger, I miss you. Hope you're doing okay. Now these aren't olive branches, they're actually ego checks. She wants to know if she still has access to you. And the moment you respond like a dog hearing its name, you confirm it. The right type of message you want to receive should sound something like this. I've been thinking about what went wrong. I realize I hurt you and I didn't handle things the right way. I miss you, not just the comfort, but you. If there's a chance, I want to fix this. See that message right there? That's ownership. That's reflection. That's not emotion. That's growth. And unless that kind of message comes through, you should stay silent. Don't confuse a bored ex with a changed woman. Most women who reach out aren't actually ready to come back. If you are, their ego's fed. If you're not, now they're curious. I had a guy tell me she texted me after 3 weeks of no contact, just saying, hey, and I responded instantly. She replied 4 hours later with, oh, cool, hope you're well. And that was it. Now he's back to square one, an emotional roller coaster with no closure. You weren't missed, you were momentarily forgotten, and then remembered, and then discarded again. So how do you know her contact is real? I say look for 3 signs. The first one is accountability. She doesn't just talk about feelings, she talks about her actions. She admits fault without blaming you. 2, specificity. The message includes something personal, not vague. So, I miss you, that's fluff. But a reference to a real moment, issue, or pattern between you two. For example, I've thought a lot about how I shut down during our last argument. You didn't deserve that. A message like that is worth paying attention to. 3, intent to rebuild. She doesn't just want to talk, she's asking to work on it. She's bringing effort to the table and not just fishing for yours. Now, if her message doesn't include all 3 of these, you stay silent. This isn't about being cold. I need you to protect your sanity. Why would you re-enter a relationship with someone who hasn't even admitted what broke it? That's like rebuilding a house on the same broken foundation and then being shocked when it collapses again. So if she reaches out and all she offers is nostalgia, vague emotions, or bait texts, ignore it. But if she reaches out with reflection, accountability, and effort, then and only then do you consider replying. And when you do, you don't just text her back like she never disappeared. You come from a position of strength and not need. You respond like a man who's done the work, not the one who's begging to be picked again. What to look for in her message. Now listen closely, because this is where most men get played without even realizing it. She sends a message that feels meaningful, but it's pretty much smoke and mirrors. You think it's her softening, she wanting to reconnect, maybe even a cry for help, but it's not. You're reading it with your heart, and you need to start reading it with your eyes. Now, here's how to decode her message like a man who actually values himself. Okay? Before you ever break your silence, look for 3 essential ingredients. Miss even one of them, and you're walking back into an emotional trap. Number 1, real accountability. Is she taking responsibility? Not just saying she misses you? That's emotional bait. That's her missing the comfort and not the connection. You're looking for her to admit her mistakes without spinning the blame. Her message should sound something like, I pushed you away when I should have been more open. It should sound something like, I sabotaged something that was good because I wasn't ready. It should not sound like this. Well, we both made mistakes. And definitely not like this. I'm sorry you feel that way. If she's still using slippery language, she's not there yet. Number 2, specificity that proves she's been reflecting. General messages mean nothing. I've been thinking about you is the default template people send when they're bored or tipsy. But if she brings up something specific, a moment, a memory, or even a fight, she's been replaying it, and that means it mattered. So her message should sound something like this. I can't stop thinking about that night we stayed up talking till 4 a.m. I've realized how cold I was when you opened up to me. You didn't deserve how I reacted during the last phone call. That's not casual, it's real. Specificity is the difference between missing the idea of you and missing you. 3, a clear intention to rebuild, not revisit. So this might be the most important part. Is she just feeling things, or is she actually ready to do something about it? Because feeling things are easy. Taking action, that's rare. So what you're looking for is a message that hints at effort, not just emotion. A message like, can we talk? I want to fix this. I'm willing to do the work if you're open to it. I want to start over, but do it differently this time. But if she says, I miss what we had, that's nostalgia. It's not a plan. If there's no clear intent, don't let your loneliness turn imagination into permission. So before you reply to any message from her, run it through this 3-step filter. Is there accountability? Is there specificity? Is there real intention to fix things, not just rehash old feelings? If you can't check all 3 boxes, delete it. Don't overthink it. Move forward. Because if she really wants you back, she won't be subtle. She'll make it clear. She'll show up with clarity, courage, and consistency, not confusion. What to say if you do break it. So let's say you've waited, you've stayed silent, she's reached out, and for once it's not a breadcrumb, not a hey stranger text, not a late night emoji buffet, right? She's taken accountability, she's been specific, she's shown you she wants to rebuild, and now you are standing at the crossroads. Do you respond? And if you do, how do you respond without losing the upper hand? Let's talk about what to say if you do break no contact. The first rule is to stay calm and stay measured. Because this isn't the moment to pour your heart out. This is not, I've missed you too, or I've been thinking about you every day. That energy screams relief, like you were waiting for her, okay? You're not waiting, you're weighing. You're assessing if she's even worth your time again. So you want to start from a place of strength. You're not cold, but you're clear. For example, your message can sound like this. Thanks for reaching out and being honest. I've taken this time to reflect too. I'm open to a real conversation, but only if we're both serious about doing things differently. This message does three things. It acknowledges her effort without gushing. It sets the tone for mature dialogue, and it establishes a boundary. We're not just talking for talking's sake, right? The second rule, set the frame. You lead the energy. You see, you've got to set the frame from the jump. That means no chasing, no validating her just to win her back, no reverting to the dynamic that made her lose respect for you in the first place. I'm not interested in going in circles or picking up where we left off. If we talk, I want it to be real, forward-focused, not emotional recycling. That's what you should say. Does this sound harsh? Yes. Harsh is honest. And honest is attractive, especially to women who are used to men folding the second that she returns. Rule number 3, ask a grounded, clarifying question. Don't just say, sure, let's talk. I need you to ask something that challenges her to prove she's serious. What's made you reach out now? What's the difference this time? What are you hoping for? Real talk? A woman who's truly ready will answer those questions directly. She won't get defensive. She'll appreciate your clarity because she's done her own work. If she flakes, gets vague, avoids the question, that's a red flag. She wasn't ready. She just wanted your energy back. So whilst we're at it, this is what you definitely shouldn't say to her. I miss you too. I'm so glad you reached out. I've been waiting. Let's just talk and see what happens. All of these reek of desperation. They put you in a passenger seat again. And once she's driving, well, she's going to start testing you all over. You're not trying to restart the same game. Remember, you're trying to rewrite the rules or walk away for good. You're not responding to be chosen. You're responding to evaluate. That's the difference between a man with boundaries and a man begging to go back to chaos. If you break no contact, you do it on your own terms, with strength, clarity, and with standards. Because if she doesn't match that energy, you walk. Simple. Guys, if you're getting value from this video, hit that like button so I know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more modern dating advice. What to do if she doesn't reach out properly. Now let's deal with the more likely scenario, because I'd bet 90% of the women, including your exes, won't reach out right away. They'll text you something very vague. They'll watch your stories, like your posts, maybe even throw a fake accidental message your way. Here's what. If she's not stepping towards you with clarity, she's testing the water with her toe. And if you bite too fast, she'll yank it back and disappear. Remember this. So I've got a couple of signs I'll share with you to show if it's a fake reconnection. Number 1, she sends a low effort text. Hey, you, just checking in. Weird question, but do you still have my hoodie? That's not outreach. That's a pulse check to see if you're still emotionally available. 2, she tries to stir jealousy. You see her with another guy online. She posts cryptic quotes. She brags about how free and happy she is now. Don't fall for it. You're not a pawn in her social media chess game. 3, she reaches out but takes no accountability. Sends you something like, I've been missing you lately. That's a feeling, not a solution. If she says she's confused or not sure what she wants, she's asking you to fix her indecision, and that's not your job. So what do you do instead? I say, stay silent. If it's not real, don't reward it. Your silence is a test. If she really wants back in, she'll make herself clear. Silence weeds out weak intentions. 2, double down on your self-worth. Most men use no contact to wait. Alpha men use it to upgrade. Hit the gym, level up your finances, reconnect with your mission, become the man she'll have to chase to keep up with. Because the biggest mistake is responding before you've leveled up. If she returns and you're the same guy she left, guess what? She might lose interest fast again. Here's the mindset shift you need. She's not the prize, you are. And if she wants to come back, she better bring effort, consistency, and clarity. You're not a safety net. You're not her backup plan. You're not her emotional support animal when her new situationship fails. And if she never reaches out again, let her go. Because if silence ends the relationship, then words will never save it. Your peace is worth more than being half loved by someone who isn't sure about you. So if she reaches out weakly, inconsistently, or not at all, don't chase, don't flinch, and don't fold. Keep building, keep leading, keep rising, because when the wrong woman walks away, it's clear space for the right one to step in. Want to know exactly what to say if she does reach out again? I recommend you watch the next video, What to Say When She's Pulling Away. It will give you words and the mindset to keep the upper hand. My name is Jessica OS. Thanks for watching this video. I'll definitely be catching you in the next one. Cheers.